If you believe that everything Jesus of Nazareth taught made its way into the canonical Bible, you are mistaken. There was a recipe, not a parable. Not a moral command, a physical recipe. An ointment crafted from 3 specific, highly potent herbs. This ointment did not merely heal the flesh, it silenced the chaotic mind. It rendered the soul visible again. Jesus taught this to his closest initiates. For centuries, the early mystical communities used this exact ointment to purify themselves from the inside out. And then, one day, the recipe was systematically stripped from the texts. The herbs were erased by name. The communities that practiced this rite were scattered, hunted, and silenced. Why? Because this ointment gave ordinary people a power that made every middleman obsolete. No priest, no temple, no institution standing between you and your own divine purity. That level of spiritual sovereignty was declared dangerous, heretical. Tonight, we are handing that recipe back to you. Before we proceed, understand this clearly. This is not folk medicine. This is not a trendy wellness hack. What you are about to learn comes from a tradition that predates every church, every denomination, and every organized, institutionalized version of Christianity that exists today. The earliest followers of the Christos did not sit passively in pews. They did not recite memorized dogma. They practiced. They worked on their own biological and spiritual machinery using tools given directly by the Master. In the Gospel of Philip, a text buried in the Egyptian desert for 1,600 years, there is a statement that would shock most modern theologians. It explicitly states, "The chrism, the anointing, is superior to baptism." Let that sink in. Superior to baptism. In the version of Christianity that survived the Roman Empire, baptism in water is the central initiation. But in the original, esoteric teaching, the true gateway to the divine was the anointing. Why would applying oil be considered greater than the waters of baptism? Because baptism is done to you. Someone else pours the water. Someone else speaks the words. You receive it passively, dependent on an external authority. But anointing is something you do for yourself. You prepare the substance. You apply it with your own hands. You activate the biospiritual circuitry within your own body through your own sovereign intention. This is the fundamental difference between dependency and sovereignty. And it is exactly why the anointing was suppressed in the early centuries. Across Syria and Egypt, Gnostic and Essene communities lived this practice daily. Archaeologists have excavated their homes. Inside, they found small stone vessels stained with organic residue, grinding tools with plant matter still embedded in the porous rock. These were not theoretical theologians. These were spiritual alchemists. The ointment they used was a precise, unalterable combination of 3 specific herbs. Why 3? Because Jesus did not see you as a single, monolithic entity. He understood the human architecture as 3 distinct layers woven together. The Apostle Paul echoed this in his letters, speaking of body, soul, and spirit. But the mystics understood the mechanics of it. Layer 1 is Soma. The physical body, the flesh, the bones, the nervous system, the heavy biological spacesuit you wear. Layer 2 is Psyche, the mind and the astral body, the realm of thoughts, emotions, and the relentless, chattering internal monologue. Layer 3 is Pneuma, the spirit, the divine spark, the fragment of the monad, the ultimate source buried so deep inside you that most people die, never knowing it was there. These 3 layers are not metaphors, they are electromagnetic realities. And here is the revelation that changes everything. Each of these layers can become contaminated. They accumulate a residue that does not belong to you. When you wake up exhausted, feeling like you carried stones in your sleep, that is not just aging. That is Soma contamination. Your physical body absorbs the dense, low-frequency residue of the environments you walk through. When the voice in your head won't stop the critic, the doubter, the spiraling anxiety, that is not just psychological stress. That is Psyche contamination. The Archonic forces, the inorganic parasites of this realm, inject frequencies directly into your mental field, and you mistakenly claim those thoughts as your own, and that hollow emptiness in your chest, that void that no amount of money, success, or human love can fill. That is Pneuma contamination. Something has thrown a heavy blanket over your divine spark, muffling its signal, inducing spiritual amnesia. 3 symptoms, 3 layers, 3 contaminations, and Jesus left a tripartite remedy to dismantle them. Purification is not a belief system. It is a physical act performed on a physical body that produces changes you can literally feel. When the Roman Church hunted these communities in the 4th century, the leaders memorized the recipe, mouth to ear, master to student. Tonight, we reconstruct the encoded memory. The first herb is hyssop. If you have read the Bible, you know this plant. Psalm 51 cries out, "Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean." It was used to mark the doorposts during Passover. But it is not just a symbol. Hyssop works directly on the Soma layer. Its chemical and energetic compounds penetrate the physical barrier. It acts as a solvent for low-frequency residue. When consecrated hyssop touches your skin, it begins dissolving the dense weight you carry. The tension releases. Your breathing alters. The body feels instantly lighter. The second herb is spikenard. This is the herb most people overlook. In the Gospels, Mary of Bethany anoints Jesus' feet with an oil so impossibly expensive that Judas protests, but its value was not monetary. Its value was functional. Spikenard works on the psyche layer. It crosses the blood-brain barrier and the astral boundary. It interrupts external psychological signals. It creates a buffer zone around your mental field. The relentless, critical voice in your head doesn't just quiet down, it is blocked. And in that silence, you finally hear your own authentic voice again. The third herb is frankincense. This is the sacred activator. It has been used for millennia, but its Gnostic application is highly specific. Frankincense works on the Pneuma layer. It does not cleanse like hyssop, nor quiet like spikenard. Frankincense uncovers. It is the ultimate frequency of source. When applied to the skin, it thins the veil between your human awareness and your divine spark. This is why the Magi brought frankincense to the infant Jesus. It was not merely a wealthy gift. It was an esoteric tool to ensure the human vessel did not forget its cosmic origin. How is it prepared? You take equal parts of dried hyssop, spikenard root, and frankincense resin. You must crush them yourself, by hand. The Pistis Sophia teaches that the human hand is the point where will becomes matter. Your intention is encoded into the crushing. You submerge the crushed herbs in cold-pressed olive oil, the molecular carrier that bonds with the herbs. Seal it in darkness for 7 days. Strain the solids. What remains is the sacred chrism. The application is a geometry of the soul. You apply it to 3 specific gateways. Before sleep, the soles of the feet, Soma, where you meet the earth. It draws out the physical weight. The base of the skull, Psyche, the silent door where the brainstem meets the spine. It seals the mind against external archonic static. The center of the chest, Pneuma, over the thymus and the spiritual heart. Place your palm over your chest. Close your eyes. Wait. Perform this for 7 consecutive nights. By the 3rd night, the physical heaviness will evaporate. By the 5th night, the mental chaos will give way to profound gaps of silence. And by the 7th night, the hollow void in your chest will fill with a presence that is ancient, familiar, and undeniably you. As you hear this, a voice in your head might be whispering, "This is too simple. It's just herbs and oil. This is nonsense." If you hear that voice, good, because that resistance is not coming from you. That doubt is the Archonic system protecting itself. The Matrix does not waste energy generating resistance against things that pose no threat. Your skepticism is the absolute proof that this technology works. You have carried the heaviness, the noise, and the amnesia your entire life. Not because you are broken, but because layers were placed upon you to keep you asleep. Tonight, you have been handed the solvent. If your spirit recognized the truth in this transmission, if you felt a sudden shift in your breathing or a warmth in your chest, declare it. Do not use slogans. Write your actual experience in the comments. Your testimony is a flare in the dark for another chosen one who is searching. Subscribe to this channel. We are pulling back the buried layers of history, one truth at a time. 3 herbs, 3 gateways, 7 nights. The anointing is yours to reclaim. The priest is no longer required. You are the temple.